Castlevania Lords of Shadow is a reboot of the classic Castlevania series. In it, you play as Gabriel Belmont, who is on a mission to take down the Lords of Shadow. The story in this game is pretty good. It's well written and well performed. While Gabriel's voice actor doesn't seem very into the part, the rest of the cast does a great job, especially Sir Patrick Stewart. The amount of game time you get is pretty long for the current generation, taking over 20 hours if you just breeze through the game on the easiest difficulty. Plus, there are incentives to go back to previous levels in the form of power-ups. Like the older titles, this is a linear, stage-based game, so those of you who are only fans of the Metroidvania style may not get into this title. Although, the gameplay in this game is quite good. The controls are very responsive and the combat is fluid and fun. The combo system is a bit lacking as all the moves you can learn are quite simple to use, which is both good and bad since while there really aren't any fancy combo strings to pull off, it's also easy to pick up and play. The graphics in this game are really good, very well drawn and rendered. Even though the character designs can seem a bit bland, the backgrounds are some of the best I've ever seen in a video game. Unfortunately, the music, which is a staple in the Castlevania games as being some of the best in all of gaming, is really bland and dull in this installment. This is the first time in a Castlevania game where I've actually been disappointed by the soundtrack. Another bad thing about this game are the QuickTime events. Generally speaking, I hate QuickTime events. I personally think that they are the worst thing that happened to gaming since escort missions. And in this game, they are fucking everywhere. Most bosses need to be finished off with QTEs, grappling normal enemies requires QTEs, taming monsters uses QTEs, and even turning cranks and pushing levers requires goddamn QTEs. I am sick of these damn things. Stop using QTEs, developers. Just knock it off! And sadly, QTEs aren't what irritate me the most in this game. The thing that pisses me off to no end are the camera controls. Why? There aren't any. This is 2010, and a 3D action platformer has no way to move the camera. There is no excuse for this. No fucking excuse. The Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 controllers are both designed with camera movement in mind. That's why they have the second analog stick. And it's not like moving the right stick does anything. All it's for is absorbing shadow magic, and that's done by pressing it in. So there is no reason why moving the stick doesn't move the camera. What the hell were they thinking when they did this? But, despite those two huge problems, this is actually still a good game. It has the general Castlevania feel, even if it lacks the old horror movie charm of the NES games. So if you're on the fence about this game, it's actually worth a rental. So I think I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. If you like Castlevania or just like action platformers, odds are you're going to like this game. Thank you for watching and see you next time.